Hello students, today we will discuss standard 10th subject mathematics, and the chapter is polynomials, which is second chapter of your textbook. So let's start the video. Now the chapter is polynomial. First of all, we need the introduction of this chapter. In class 9 we have studied the polynomial in one variable and their degrees. We have also learned about the values, the zeros of a polynomial. In this chapter, we will discuss more about the zeros of a polynomial and the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients of a polynomial with particular reference to quadratic polynomials. In addition, statements and simple problems on division algorithm for a polynomial with real coefficients will be discussed. So let's start the chapter. First of all, we have to know types of polynomial. So generally we divide the polynomials in two categories. Category 1 based on number of terms, category 2 based on degree. So talking about the first one, that A based on number of terms. Okay, so the first type is monomial. Polynomial having only one term is called monomial. Example like 2x, 5x square, minus 5x square, y and u to the power 4. In each case we have seen that only one term is given in the following polynomials. That's why it is called monomial. Now second is binomial. A polynomial of two terms is called binomial. Example like x plus 1, x plus x square, y to the power 30 plus 1. In each case we are seeing there are two terms, that's why it's called binomial. The third one is called trinomial. A polynomial with three terms is called trinomial. Example like n plus x square plus 2 plus x square, and many more examples we can write. So now the type 2 based on degree. But first of all we have to know what is degree. So degree of a polynomial, the highest power of a variable in a polynomial is known as its degree. Example like first py 2y square minus 3y plus 7 is a polynomial in the variable y and the highest power is 2. Second, x plus 13x to the power 4 plus 5x raised to 6 is a polynomial with variable x and the highest degree of this polynomial is 6. So degree of this polynomial is 6. Now different types of polynomial with different types of degrees. So first one, linear polynomial. A polynomial of degree 1 is called linear polynomial. Example 4x plus 5, 2y, t, 3 minus u. This type of variable polynomial is called linear polynomial. Second type, quadratic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial. Example x square plus 5, 5x square plus 3x plus 5, x square plus x. The third one, cubic polynomial. A polynomial of a degree 3 is called a quadratic cubic polynomial. Example 4x square minus 3x cube plus 1, 5x cube plus x square, 3x cube plus 4x square plus 6x plus 7. And the fourth one, biquadratic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 4 is called biquadratic polynomial. Example, 4x to the power 4 plus 3x 2x cube plus 5x square plus x equals to called biquadratic polynomial. Now, the following table will show the types of polynomial, their degrees and their standard formats we have right. The first is constant polynomial whose degree is called 0. The function can be defined like f of x equals to c, where degree is not defined. Second is linear. Again we know degree is 1 and standard format can be written as ax plus b, where a should not be 0 but b and a will be the real values. Quadratic with degree 2, standard format ax square plus bx plus c. Similarly cubic, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. Biquadratic, ax raised to 4 plus bx cube plus cx square plus dx plus e. In all types of equation, the first term a is never equals to 0 and it can be any real value. So now the next topic is value of a polynomial. If p of x is a polynomial in variable x and alpha is any real number, then the value obtained by replacing the x by alpha in p of x is called value of p of x at x equals to a, and it's denoted by p of alpha. For an example, we have taken find the value of p of x equals to x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6 at x equals to minus 2. So just replacing p of minus 2 in each term, we will get minus 2 whole cube minus 6 into minus 2 whole square plus 11 into minus 2 minus 6. Simplifying this, I will get p of minus 2 equals to minus 8 minus 24 minus 22 minus 6, and so therefore p of minus 2 is equals to minus 60, which is the value of polynomial at x equals to minus 2. Then for next one, 0 of a polynomial. A real number alpha is a 0 of the polynomial if p of x, if p of alpha is equals to 0. If we are replacing x with alpha and the value of polynomial will become 0, then alpha is called 0 of a polynomial. Again we are taking an example. For example, consider the p of x, x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6. First find p of 1, then p of 2, and then I am finding p of 3. So just we have to replace 1, 2 and 3 with x, and you can see here the solution which says that the all values will become 0 when we are replacing alpha in place of x. So what we can say? We can say 1, 2 and 3 are called the 0 of polynomial p of x. Now the second part, geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial. Geometrical meaning, it means graphical solutions. So geometrically, the zeros of a polynomial of f of x are the x coordinates of the points where the graph of y is equals to f of x intersect x-axis. To understand it, we will see the geometrical representation of linear equation and quadratic polynomials. Two types we will discuss. First is linear and the second is quadratic. So geometrical representation of the zeros of a linear polynomial. Consider the polynomial y is equals to 2x minus 5. The following table lists the values of corresponding difference values of x. So we can put any values of x and we can find value of y. So following two values we will find. If I am putting x equals to 1, I will get y is equals to minus 3. And if I am putting x equals to 4, then y is equals to 3. Now plotting these 2 points on a graph and drawing a straight line joining these 2 points, on plotting the points and joining them with a straight line is obtained like this graph. Now we can observe the graph is intersecting x-axis at point P, where coordinate is 5 by 2 comma 0. So now we can see from the graph the y equals to 2x minus 5 intersect the x-axis at 5 by 2 comma 0, whose x coordinate is 5 by 2. So directly we can say that 0 of 2x minus 5 is equals to 5 by 2. As simple as that. Now considering about that we conclude that linear polynomial has one and only one zero, which is x coordinate of the point where the graph of y equals to ax plus b intersect the x-axis. Now geometrical representation of the zero of a quadratic polynomial. For again that, considering one quadratic polynomial which is p of x square minus 2x minus 8, the following table given gives the values of y for f of x for various values of x. Again we have to create a table which we have created for the previous question, but here we need more points because it's a quadratic polynomial. So the following tables you will find after putting the different values of x, and you will find different values of y. Now again on plotting these points on a graph. Now we have to plot these all points on a one single graph paper, and after plotting these all points we have to connect it on a graph paper and drawing a smooth freehand curve passing through all the points. The curve thus obtained represents the graph of the polynomial y is equals to x square minus 2x minus 8, and it's called parabola. And we can see this kind of graph we made after plotting this in a graph paper. Now you can say it is a U-shaped graph and it is called parabola. Now what we have observed that the given parabola intersect x-axis at 2 points. One is 4, 0 and the other is minus 2, 0. Now we will discuss the different cases. Case 1. Here the graph of cut x-axis at two distinct points A and A dash. The x coordinates of A and A dash are two zeros of the quadratic polynomial ax square bx plus c, and this is the two types of graphs you will see. One is open downward sides and the other one is open upward sides, and it intersect x-axis at 2 points A and A dash, and both are called zeros of polynomial. So next case number 2. Here the graph of cuts the x-axis at exactly 1 point at two coincident points. So the 2 points A and A dash of a case 1 coincide here to become 1 point A. So this type of graph we will see like this. Now what happened? Both points are coincide with each other. It means they have two equal value zeros of this type of quadratic polynomial. Now the x coordinate of A is only 0 for the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. It is called only 1 0. Now talking about number of zeros are 2, but it is the same value, that's why it's called only 1 0. Talking about the third case, here the graph is either completely above the x-axis or completely below the x-axis. So it does not cut the x-axis at any points. So we can see graph like this, which we have seen that x-axis, first graph is above x-axis and the second graph is below the x-axis, which does not cut x-axis at any single point. So we can say the quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c has no zero in this case. So what we have seen, so you can see geometrical representation that quadratic polynomial can have either two distinct zeros or 1 0 or no zero. This also means that polynomial of degree 2 has at most two zeros. So we have discussed the quadratic polynomial has at most two zeros. So one remark is here, in the general given a polynomial p of x of degree n, the graph of y is equals to p of x intersect the x-axis at most n points. Therefore a polynomial p of x of degree n has at most n zeros. So what this remark is saying, if polynomial is linear, then we can say we have at most 1 0. If it is quadratic, so we have at most two zeros. If it is cubic, it is at most 3, and if it is biquadratic, we have at most 4 zeros of the following polynomial. Now we are seeing one example. Look at the graph in given figure given below. Each the graph of y is equals to p of x, where p of x is a polynomial. For each of the graphs, find the number of zeros of a p of x. Now you have given the graphs and you have to find out the zeros of the polynomial. These are three graphs given. Now talking about the first case. Now what is number of zeros in first one? We can see there is only one point where graph is cutting the x-axis. So for case 1, the number of zeros is 1 as the graph intersect the x-axis at one point only. Now talking about the second one, here we can see there is 2 points where the graph intersect the x-axis. So the number of zeros is 2. Again the graph intersects the x-axis at 2 points. And talking about the third one, here we can see graph intersect x-axis at 3 different points. So directly we can say the number of zeros will be 3. So you have to clear the concept. If number of zeros of the polynomial from graph, we can obtain that how many points the graph intersecting the axis or touches the axis, and majorly x-axis. So I have one homework for you. I have one homework that you have to find zeros of following graphs without any solution, just looking at the graph. We have 6 different graphs, so try it by yourself and say how many zeros the following graphs will have. This is the exercise 2.1 question of your NCERT textbook. So you can also find the answers from the textbook also, but this is for trying yourself at home. Thank you for the first lecture. We will continue the second lecture very soon. Thank you very much.